Rogers TV.
Welcome to Uxbridge Scugog Life. I'm your host, Jackie Hermans. So, did you catch the solar eclipse, or at least catch the clouds and the shadow that happened with the solar eclipse? You know what I did is I actually pulled some cards and I did a meditation and connected into the energy of it. And it certainly was a really powerful energy. I don't know about you, but I was having some wild dreams before it and even after it. I felt like it was an opportunity for really deep internal processing. So let's talk about what we have up on the show. We have fire services that will be on the show, Scugog Fire, and we'll talk about wildland fires and how to keep your rural property safe. We're also talking about prepping for the boating season. And DRPS is on the show talking about how to prevent your vehicle from being stolen. So some great tips. And CMHA is also on the show because Mental Health Week is around the corner. Make sure you keep on watching. We'll be back with more on Uxbridge Scugog Life.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Hello, I'm Liz Dowdsville, Lieutenant Governor of Ontario. In 2008, carbon monoxide, a deadly invisible gas, killed an entire family in our province. That tragedy led to a new law requiring homes with potential CO sources to have alarms. John Gignac's family members passed away that day, and he shares his story to save others.
Please make sure you have working CO alarms in your home. Protect your family today.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Van Bilson, host of Photos and Travel, where we bring the world to your doorstep. In our next episode, we're going to visit the South Caucasus country of Georgia. Please join us right here on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. So I have Constable Gluckstein in the house from DRPS, and we are talking about how to keep your vehicles safe. Constable Gluckstein, it's wonderful to have you on the show. Thank you for joining me.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Well, I thought this was a really important topic. So I understand year to date in 2024, we've had about 390 car thefts, vehicle thefts. And that is pretty significant. So has this number increasingly been rising over the past several years?
Yeah, so we found so far with the trend between 2022 to 2023 that we've had a significant increase in the total amount of vehicles that have been stolen. Obviously, the 2024 year-to-date number is not a total number, so we can't compare it in its entirety to 2023 or 2022, but we have seen an upward trend in the amount of vehicles being taken and stolen.
Okay, so this is a really important topic. And today you're going to share with us some ways to keep our vehicles safe. Now, there's one neat initiative that I saw on the news that you are giving away these fob protectors. Do you want to give us a little bit more information about that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite a great initiative. So we call them Faraday bags. That's their common name. What it is basically like a metallic bag that prevents any RF signals or radio signals from connecting your fob to your vehicle. So that will really prevent anybody who's making an attempt to steal your vehicle from copying the fob information or being able to access any of the radio waves from the fob to your vehicle. So it's definitely a great method that you can use in your house to keep your vehicle safe and keep your information safe.
So I understand that, most people keep their keys or their fobs at the front door, hanging on a hook or in a bowl, and thieves on the outside of your house can be able to copy that if your fob is not shielded. Is that correct?
That's exactly right. So they actually have quite a significant range that they have the ability to copy those fobs from the exterior of your house. So using those Faraday bags, like we mentioned, those metallic bags, you can prevent them from reading any type of signal from your key fobs that are inside your house while they're outside of your house. So definitely a great method to keep your fobs in your vehicle safe.
Is it just as important to use the, it's called a Faraday bag?
Correct.
To use that even if you get out of your car and then you're going to the grocery store? Like how quickly can they copy it?
Yeah, so the unfortunate thing is they can copy the information pretty quickly if they're in the right time and the right place. But these bags are pretty small and they're pretty lightweight. So conveniently, you can slip your fob right into the bag, put it right into your purse, carry it with you into the grocery store, carry it with you into the shopping mall, wherever you're going when you're running your errands. And it can actually be that extra deterrent that prevents them from reading that information. So my suggestion would be as soon as you park, you turn off your vehicle, throw it right in the Faraday bag, throw it right into your purse before you even exit the vehicle. And right away, you're preventing them from accessing any kind of signal if they're nearby.
Amazing. Okay, now I understand you have some other suggestions, some free ways to keep your car safe, and there's also some things that we can invest in. So do you want to go over some of those strategies?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously some of the most simple ways to keep your vehicle safe is if you have a garage, then park your car in the garage because thieves don't have access to garage. They won't be able to get the vehicle out of there. Keeping your vehicle parked in a well-lit area. Of course, if you have surveillance cameras, we want to use those. We want to make sure that we have those in plain view because those are a great deterrent against theft. Making sure that you're locking your doors and your windows. I know that seems like common sense, but that extra step right there will prevent a lot of people from gaining access to your vehicle. If we move into something that costs a little bit more money, talking about putting like a steering wheel lock on your vehicle, which is a great tool because it does really prevent them from gaining access to move your vehicle, and they're very, very hard to remove. We also have things like pedal locks, which prevent your pedals from your gas and your brake from moving, or an OBD port lock. So when thieves break into your vehicle, how they hack the computer system is through the OBD ports. So if we put an OBD port into your vehicle, OBD port lock into your vehicle, it actually prevents them from accessing the computer information in your vehicle. And then if we move along a little bit more, we want to put a little bit more money into that investing there. There are things like aftermarket immobilizers, which actually cuts the engine completely off. So thieves can't even start the engine if they get into the car and they even attempt to do it. And also tracking devices like people are very familiar with Apple smart tags and Samsung smart tags. So we have systems that are similar to that you can put in the vehicle. In the unfortunate case that it actually is taken, that you can track the vehicle, you can give that information to police, and we can track them live so that we can actually find the vehicle, stop it, arrest those people, and have your vehicle returned to you in the unfortunate case that it is taken from your driveway.
Any of those strategies that you were talking about that disables either the engine or the computer system, does it come with, this might sound very simple, but some type of sticker on your windshield so they know, like, okay, I'm going to stay away from that to even prevent them from breaking your window before getting in?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of the tracking services will give you decals that you can put on the windows. Same with the tags and the aftermarket immobilizers. They'll put it right on the window, in a little small sticker so you can see very clearly this vehicle is protected by an immobilizer system or an aftermarket tag system. In some cases that works. There are no guarantees, of course, because thieves are very determined, so they'll do whatever they can. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There's no guarantees, of course, but these kind of preventative measures will definitely give you the extra step to stop and deter thieves from putting in that effort, because they're really trying to find the easy access vehicles that they can take with no effort at all.
Right. Well, thank you so much. Great strategies there. I really appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. We'll be back with more on Uxbridge Scugog Life.
All I wanted was to see a movie. One down, please.
I can't sell downstairs tickets to you people.
How dare they? I could afford to buy the more expensive ticket. I run my own business. But they refused to take my money. They left me there all night. On what charge? They said I didn't pay the theater tax. But it was really about color.
Sister Desmond, appeal this conviction and your community will stand behind you.
Do you have any idea what this will do to us?
So what are you going to do?
Make it right.
Viola Desmond's case inspired Nova Scotia's civil rights movement. She was pardoned 63 years later based on the injustice of her conviction.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. I am with Fire Chief Mark Burney, and we are talking about wildland safety. I wanted to say wildfire, but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about wildfires.
Yes, we are.
And we're also going to be talking about how to get marine safe.
Yes.
Right? In preparation for getting on the water.
Yes.
Okay, so let's first talk about wildland safety. We had a ton of forest fires last year that were burning all across Canada.
Yes.
Ontario included.
Ontario included. And last year was a devastating year for wildland fires. Millions of hectares were burned, millions of dollars in property lost, and sadly 8 wildland firefighters were lost as well. It was a bad year. And unfortunately, the predictions don't look any better for 2024.
Wow. So the only thing that's a little bit different this year so far, but we can't have that within our predictions, is that we don't have the fire ban going on just yet.
No,
which we normally do this time of year,
yes,
right?
we normally do, because the conditions are such that, it's warm and we're transitioning from a dry, kind of dead vegetation season to a fresh green season. We've had cold temperatures, we've had snow, we've had plenty of precipitation in the form of rain, and we've not implemented a burn ban yet because of that.
Okay, but that shouldn't fool us, because we still need to be preparing for forest fire season, we'll call it, right?
Yes.
So I understand there is a website that is now available to help us to determine whether our property is safe. So whether it's a cottage, whether it's our home, and if it's not, what we can do about it. Do you want to give us a little bit more of a summary?
Sure. FireSmart Canada, and our viewers can go to firesmartcanada.ca to learn all kinds of wonderful tips and tricks, so to speak, to protect their property from wildland fire. It could include shrubbery that you add to your property. It could include clearing your property of certain vegetation that inherently would promote fire growth and fire movement. So it's a great little product that is available to everybody. It has a free course online that residents can go to and become very knowledgeable in how they can protect their property in the urban wildland interface.
Yeah, I think it's really important. Just because we don't live in Algonquin doesn't mean that our properties are not at threat. Exactly.
We're very much a rural community up here in North Durham, and we're a part of the wildland. Whether it be our home, that is built in the middle of a forest, or a subdivision, a wildland fire in that forest could come across and devastate us, our property, and our homes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank goodness. Who developed this website?
FireSmart Canada.
Oh, okay. Seems a little obvious now. So let's also talk about marine safety. So we're getting into the season where we're going to start maybe getting our boats ready.
Yes.
And what are the important things that we need to do to make sure that we're going to be safe on the water?
Well, most people use boats that have, some type of flammable product to propel it. Whether it be a small motor or a larger engine. So let's start with, the reliability of that engine and that vessel. We go out on that trip today, whether it be a fishing trip or going for a cruise, the reliability of that boat is, probably first and foremost. Along with that, because we do have flammable products on our boat and ignitions on our boat, having that ability to perhaps suppress a fire when it's very small and, preserve our property and perhaps save our life is very, very important. So a reliable fire extinguisher, one that's, up to date and ready and capable of suppressing the fire with the fuel loads that are on our boat.
Okay, and so how do you determine that?
Oh, great question. Me personally, a 5BC, so that means a 5-pound BC type extinguisher is very, very ideal for a traditional inboard bow rider type boat, or a boat that has the exterior engine. Yeah.
Does it matter how many horsepower you have to determine?
No.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, great. And I understand that there is an app.
There is an app. You know,
okay.
There's this great little app. It's called What 3 Words. So What 3 Words, the people that created this app have divided the globe into 3-by-3 foot sections.
Okay.
So literally, if you were to call 911, let's say on Lake Scugog, and there's no geographical address where you are on Lake Scugog, our emergency dispatchers can use this What 3 Words app to determine where you are on that lake.
Oh.
And inherently, if you need help, get you help.
So
communications. You need to have the app and the form of communications.
Okay, beautiful.
To call 911.
Okay, that's amazing.
It is.
And
it's
this
great.
is new?
It is about a year old.
Okay.
And it's across the globe.
Okay. What 3 Words app, if you're going to be on the water, it's an app for you to download and have that form of communication. Well, if you have your phone, you'll be good. And to make sure you go to firesmartcanada.ca. Mark, thank you so much. It was great to have you on the show.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
We will have him back for sure with lots more education, and we'll be back with more on Uxbridge Scugog Life.
Today, I helped a parent feed their family by connecting them to a food program.
Today, I helped someone connect with mental health supports.
Today, I helped a couple struggling to pay their bills access financial aid.
Every day, 211 navigators connect Canadians to critical government and community programs and services.
211. Help starts here.
What is sustainable cooking? Sustainable cooking is knowing where your food comes from, finding your local farmers, sourcing out that food, bringing it back to your kitchen, and cooking it efficiently the way the Ontario farmer wants us to. I'm Chef Connie Powers. Join me each episode as we take you to a local farmer and let them tell you their story. Like I said, it's going to be a good season. Join us on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. So I have Alec King from CMHA, who is the Communications and Public Relations Lead. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having us back, Jackie.
I'm so grateful that we get to have you on the show as often as we do, because you always have such great information, whether it's things that are coming up or educating the community to help us to be able to be in touch with our mental health. It's important.
Well, thank you. We love having an opportunity to talk with everyone. And we're really excited about this month because in May, it is going to be Mental Health Week from May 6th to 12th.
Okay, that's beautiful. And I understand the theme. Okay, I'm peeking. The theme is healing through compassion.
Healing through compassion, and it's talking about caring and kindness, and looking at people we understand, and people are learning about mental health, but it's also about being able to connect and engage and openly discuss with people about their mental health.
I love that.
Yeah.
And when I think about caringness, when I think about compassion in regards to mental health, it's equally as important for us to be compassionate towards ourselves.
Absolutely.
And whatever we're going through.
Mm-hmm.
Because, even with just the ups and downs that can happen throughout the month, whether you have been diagnosed with depression or not, we can have ups and downs of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's understandable that sometimes we might have feelings of, oh, I'm so weak, or I'm not enough. Look, I'm down in the dumps again, and feel like you are in the wrong in some way.
And it's important for you to recognize that kind of boundary for yourself.
Right.
And also for the people around you to be compassionate about that, to understand that people have those kind of boundaries that they've set in place for their own mental health, for their own protection, and to kind of acknowledge that and to work with them on that while letting them know that you care. And that's why you're giving them that kind of space and those boundaries.
Absolutely. Yeah. Something just came up. Anyway, something just recently came up within my life about some other people who I'm associated with. And I think it's also important to be aware that if you are associated with someone who is, let's say, fighting depression, sometimes it can affect you in a way that on some days you can handle it, and other days you can't handle it.
Absolutely.
And so needing to be able to have compassion for yourself in the support of friends or family members that might be going through it, and also honoring yourself and communicating what you can do to be there and what you can't do to be there.
Support for caregivers is really, really important because they provide so much support and assistance to people with mental health. They do so much for the community as a whole, and we're happy to provide caregiver services. And actually, we're hoping that more people will learn about those kind of services when they come to our open house. So for part of Mental Health Week, we're celebrating our 65th anniversary.
Okay, and that's amazing.
Yeah, we're very excited about it, exactly. And we're encouraging people to come to our open house on May 22nd. It'll give them an opportunity to come and meet people in different services and programs, talk with the actual people who provide care and support, and learn about what we're doing for the community.
Beautiful. So they can meet different representatives from different programs. There's information they'll be able to get.
Yeah, they get to meet with our board of directors, our leadership team, and also case managers and people who are working directly with clients as well to learn about what they're doing and how they help.
Okay, so whether you have been fighting depression yourself or any type of mental health issues, or maybe you haven't and you've known other people in your life to be dealing with these issues, it'd be really beneficial to go and see what supports are there.
Absolutely. This is a tremendous opportunity to kind of explore the resources we have and see what's applicable for you or what's good for the people around you and what you might be able to encourage people to participate in.
You know what I think is so important to really emphasize is that, and I know we've spoken about this before, is it's not about someone. Those people have issues with mental health and those people don't. It's not that at all. We can all have ups and downs with our mental health. And we should all be aware of the support services that are available to us and just be educating ourselves on what are the self-care things that we can do for ourselves to keep us on track. What services or programs are out there that I could reach out to should I be dipping down and need some extra support?
Exactly. And it's like you said, it's not necessarily something you might need immediately, but it's a good thing to know about for the future. And it's a good thing to know about for the people in your life.
Okay. Yeah. So where is the open house taking place?
It's going to be at our headquarters at 60 Bond Street West in Oshawa, downtown. The tours are going to be from 1 o'clock until 7 o'clock at night, so lots of opportunities for people. There'll be self-directed tours where people can feel free to wander and meet and chat with people, look at the things that they're specifically interested in. And we're also going to have guided tours where you'll be taken through the organization by a member of our team who can show you everything, talk to you about all the different programs we offer.
All right. And if someone wanted to find out more information, it's going to be on your website?
Absolutely. Our website and on social media, you can find us at cmhadurham.ca or at cmhadurham on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter.
Beautiful. I understand you might even have some giveaways happening.
Right. We have lots of great prizes. We have wonderful things that we're giving away from our partners at Mindful Apparel, and we're very excited about it.
Okay, so the last 25 seconds, let's say, that we have on the show, what are some things that businesses can do to keep in mind of Mental Health Week?
Oh, well, great. If you would like to support us, you can share our social media content for Mental Health Week, and you can also just reach out and connect with people. Be compassionate, be caring, and let people know that you're caring about them.
Beautiful. Love it. Great. Alec, as always, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be back with more on Uxbridge Scugog Life.
Everybody knows not to drink and drive, but some people still think it's okay to take drugs and drive. Police have the authority, the ability, and the tools to determine if drivers are impaired by legal or illegal drugs. And because drug-impaired drivers can pose just as great a risk as drunk drivers, they face the same penalties, like the loss of their driver's license, a criminal record, fines, and more. A message from the RCMP, the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police, and Arrive Alive Drive Sober.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Hey, if you're wondering what's going on in the world of real estate, you really need to check us out. Sold with Sean Hockey is on Rogers TV. Do you want to just check out what's going on in the world of selling or buying or just in general? Check us out.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. Wow. Okay, that show was jam-packed with some awesome information. And please pass it on to the people that you love. Now, I normally end off this show with some messages. Today, I don't have my cards, but I was drawn to sharing this message, and we'll see whatever else ends up like coming out of my mouth. Usually stuff just starts flowing out. But what I was drawn to start to talk about is the solar eclipse that we just had has given us an opportunity to go deeper into what has been coming up for us as of late, but also over, let's say, the past 3 years. We've had rumblings and we've had things shifting and new thought processes coming up and feeling the feels of what we like and what we don't like, and helping us to get clearer on what is in alignment for us and also what's not, but helping us to drive forward in what is. And in order for us to move forward in what is in alignment, we need to let go of maybe some of those fears that might be coming up of the letting go of something that has been in your life that feels safe to you. Because when you can let go of that fear of loss, you can actually open up yourself to what is to come and what the universe is wanting to bring to you. And really, technically, what your higher self, is wanting to bring to you. Because you are the manifester, you are the creator of your life, but you need to be open to drawing it in. When you have, let's say, thoughts that are creating a constriction that are keeping you where you're at. Because if you have a fear of expansion, if you have a fear of letting go of what you currently have, then you're not allowing yourself to go within that expansion to bring even more awesomeness into our life. So it's about letting go of the fear of letting go to be open of the brilliance that is awaiting you. If you're interested in connecting me, you can check out my website, thejoyfulyogini.ca, and I am going to be available doing readings at the Uxbridge Farmers Market for the whole season, other than the first week of May, and there's one Sunday in August that I won't be there. But you can connect with me and you can pre-book your reading. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll be back with more awesomeness on Uxbridge Scugog Life next week. Bye.
The opinions expressed in the following programs are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect those of Rogers Cable or Rogers TV. You're watching Rogers TV.
Giovanni! Fire! The neighbor's farm is on fire! It's almost to the road! It's heading for us!
Help me get the animals out of the barn!
The fire's getting closer!